present like great talent to the community.
Next year.
Yep,
Next year.
goals.
Life goals.
Well, if you want a little more subdued, thing to do, next week is the monthly Power Players Luncheon that the Chamber of Commerce puts on. And we have some phenomenal speakers from the Center for Mental Health. They've got some great updates, but it is really one of the best business networking opportunities that's happening. And I just realized we have a guest full of ladies. Well, guess what, ladies? Women of Distinction. Oh my gosh, this is the 7th annual event, and that is happening late March, but we have 2 more weeks to nominate. So if you know any distinctive women out there, make sure that they are nominated by March 1st for the annual Women of Distinction Awards. And on March 4th, we are going to announce the new class of winners and get ready for a red carpet event on March 25th.
Sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe all the things that we have going on, and there's so much more. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about all things Recover Care. Yeah, I know. What is that, right? We'll be right back.
Employees, and we were in a double wide trailer with 4 exam rooms. So that's where we started, behind an elementary school, really focused on taking care of those children. It was a school-based clinic prior to us becoming an FQHC. But very quickly, we realized the community needed a lot more support, a lot more access to healthcare. So in the last 8 years, we've grown to 3 different sites. We have 104 employees now, and we're taking care of about 6,600 unique patients a year.
In Colorado, we come prepared to weather any storm, to choose to see obstacles as challenges that make us stronger and better. When things get hard, we face them, dig in, and rise above. That's why Alpine Bank is proud to call Colorado home. After all, everything we need is right here. You are Colorado. So are we.
Well, you know what? Those commercial breaks, because they're good, but you guys missed something really good. Kristen was about to break out in song. We were, I think that if you are feeling like you want to do that, you go right ahead.
Let me warm up my vocal cords here a little bit.
We're going to need some hot tea back here in a second. So first of all, welcome. You, young lady, have not been in Montrose that long, have you?
Not.
So I want to talk about Recover Care West. What in the world? What is that? I had to look it up. Not a local company, but you guys have some changes. You have, there's more depth to it than just Recover Care. So will you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, so Recover Care is a new company to the state of Colorado.
Okay.
It's actually a small company that was operating just in Kansas prior to the purchases of homes in Colorado. What's kind of unique about Recover Care as a company is the owners are a former director of nursing, an MDS nurse, and an administrator. So they're people that have very recent, relevant experience in long-term care, which is not something that we always see.
And that's what Recover Care is. It's a nursing home, long-term care.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. So we operate 20 nursing homes in the state of Colorado and 1 assisted living.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and we're getting ready to purchase the one here in Montrose, so that is very exciting.
All right, yes. So, first of all, it's me, so we can all laugh about this. I was a little confused. I'm sitting here like, okay, we have Recover Care, and then you're wearing name tags that say Elk Ridge Health and Rehab.
Yeah.
How does all that fit in? So is that we're renaming and rebranding a facility that's located in Montrose currently?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So San Juan Living Center is the facility that we are purchasing here. It will become Elk Ridge Health and Rehabilitation, which is very exciting.
Okay.
Again, a different vision with new owners and operators, and they really want to invest in our staff and our physical plants so that we can provide the best possible experience for the people that we take care of.
Great. So San Juan Living Center, the facility and everything, it's going to stay where it is.
Correct.
It will be a renaming and rebranding due to the purchase by Elk Ridge. Well, Recover Care
Recover Care West.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a second here. Is that what brought you to Montrose, or had you were already with San Juan.
I was
right?
already with San Juan.
Okay, so you already knew it was a great company.
Yes, I'm very excited for the new company.
Are you? Yes,
Yep,
good.
yep.
So as the director of nursing, what does your day-to-day look like, Kristen?
Day-to-day is a lot of managing the staff and the duties, but also ensuring that the residents are taken care of and that we have quality things going on for them. They are the center and the focus of everything we do every day. So
The residents.
Absolutely. So the minute we walk in, checking in with them, making sure that their needs are met, that we have fun things planned for them, that they're engaged. Families coming in and out to visit. So
How old do you have to be to get in this nursing home? I want to be the center of someone's attention here.
You only have to be over 18. So
Okay.
right in.
All right, I have an application with you, right?
Yep.
That is absolutely wonderful. You know what? And before I forget, because I told these ladies, I said, you know what? We're gonna have a fun show, and we're giving away a $50 Target gift card.
Target!
Yes. So they are open and ready to any questions or any comments. Let's talk about the folks that are in the facility right now. Are they all, it's a nursing home, so does that mean they are all at a certain age and they just can't take care of themselves, or does it include special needs? Can you elaborate?
One of the more unique things about operating in a location like Montrose, and you'll see this along the western slope, is that there's not a lot of resources. And so we really get a wide range of folks that come and stay with us with a wide range of needs. So we operate short-term rehabilitation, so people can come in for therapy to go back to the community. Maybe they just need help with medication management or IV medications. So we can do that, rehabilitate them, and send them back to their previous living situation, or maybe they need an assisted living. We can get them set up with that. And then we have another population of people that do need to live with us because they do need support with their activities of daily living.
Okay.
And most likely they'll stay there for the remainder of their life.
And so, Michelle, you're very good at what you do, because, I'm listening and I'm trying to pull all the pieces. Are they all age related, so even the rehab portion, it could be an accident or something.
Right, it could be a 25-year-old in a car accident that doesn't have the means to take care of themselves at home, or doesn't have the family support to be able to excuse me, do the things they need, get back and forth to doctor's appointments, do therapy, that sort of stuff.
Okay. So it's an eclectic group. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get when you go in. And then some are of a certain age population that will stay, through the end of their life, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right. So how do you, as a director of nursing, I have to ask this. So that means you are dealing with people of all different, walks of life and ages and seasons of life. So one minute you could be with that 25-year-old who is like, I can't wait to get back out and start dating again, or then, you have that 84-year-old that's like, is it nap time yet?
Yep, that's true. And that's what keeps the job exciting, and you take care of each individual's needs when you're with them. So,
right.
Yep.
Oh gosh. All right. So you moved here from Durango.
I did.
Okay. But I hear good things about Durango, but it's not Montrose, right?
It's not
Kristen?
Montrose. That's right.
So tell me, how long you've been here? A couple of years?
2 years. Yeah.
Oh, so you've been here during the fun times, right?
Right.
You've been able to get out, do everything. There were no mandates at all.
None.
Like, you have seen the best
I've
of Montrose.
experienced all of Montrose. Yep.
All right. So in all seriousness, in those 2 years, have you been able to do anything?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like about Montrose?
Well,
most?
I'm a Colorado born and raised girl, so the mountains are my heart, and
Really?
Montrose is in the center of some amazing outdoor activities. So I have gotten to go and experience a lot of outdoor things, which were safe to go do. So, I found some new favorite spots here. So.
Okay, so I have to ask, because I'm asking this of all new Montrose residents, which is it? City Market South or the old City Market? I'm gonna keep that. Or
I don't know south or north, but
is it the new?
The new
is
one.
it the? That's it.
I do both.
I
split my time between
Darn.
both.
It's funny. I didn't realize that was a thing. And I said, I don't know. I just went to City Market, and when I couldn't find what I needed, I went to Safeway. And
Yep.
All right. So then the other that I have to ask you is restaurant. Come on, name a few favorites.
I really enjoy Stonehouse.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Who doesn't?
Yep. I mean, tacos and beer.
Oh.
Best tacos I've ever eaten.
Aren't they good?
They
Do you know,
are.
I didn't know what it was, and it's horrible. I didn't realize it was just but it was a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
So when you hear tacos and beer, I thought it was just like a dime taco bar that you can get like these crunchy tacos with a beer. And I'm not even a beer drinker.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, but I have gone in. I was like, oh, there's a full menu. There's
Yep.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So in Durango, do they have as many restaurants that are independently owned? And
Yes. Yeah. They do.
Fine. Okay, we're gonna find something. In fact, comment, guys. Okay?
what's different?
Exactly. What is different? I've yet to go to Durango, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
So when Recover Care decided on Montrose as one of the 20, were you all surprised by that? Where's the next closest location?
Probably our next closest location is in Palisade, and then
Okay.
we also have a facility in Durango. I don't think we were
Don't tell
surprised.
Kristen that. She might go back. What?
So I don't think any of us were surprised because really what Recover Care was doing is looking for facilities that feel good, have a good culture. So maybe not the newest physical plant or the fanciest facility, but just the facilities that, the staff are all there for the residents and you can feel it when you walk in and it just feels good. And so I think that's what San Juan is, what Elk Ridge will continue to be. And so, no surprise that they wanted to be a part of that. But, we're grateful to be a part of their organization because it is really exciting to start off with a company. They're kind of just starting off. They only had, I think, 14 other facilities prior to purchasing the facilities in Colorado. And so we're able to help shape the company and decide what direction that we get to go for each of the centers.
Michelle, I'm always in awe of your passion. So for those of you who may not know, it's probably been 4 years, but you were on, she was on one of the first episodes of Montrose Matters, and it was before we did them live. And your passion for this community and what you do, nursing homes in general, continues to just exude out of you. So I appreciate that passion. You're welcome.
Yes, I love what I do.
Really?
I'm thankful every day that I get to work with such amazing people and be a part of our residents' lives. So,
well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about employees. Let's talk about maybe challenges that you have. Like, what's the greatest need right now for Recover Care?
I think
industry-wide,
the biggest challenge is staffing. Through the pandemic, we've lost a lot of staff, people that decided, healthcare's not for me anymore. It's a very different world than what we're used to operating in. And also just the fact that during the pandemic, schools weren't operating as normal. So we weren't having new nurses, we weren't having new CNAs. So I think for Recover Care, that's one of the things that we're focusing on first. Is how do we retain the staff that we have and how do we attract new staff. And so we've done a lot of market analysis. We've done a new wage scale here, which is huge.
What does that mean exactly when you say you've done a new wage scale? Did you look at where you were and where the market is going locally and then...
Yeah, looked at where we were, looked at where the market is, and just really evaluated what are we doing to take care of our residents take care of our staff. Because if you have a staff member that's having to work 2 jobs or work overtime every week just to make ends meet, that's probably not allowing them to be the best that they can be. And so we really want them to be able to come to work, give 100%, but still be able to have that work-life balance, and so they can go home and still be able to positively interact with their kids and not be so tired that they can't go out and go for a walk or play football or whatever.
Wow. So when are you actively hiring right now?
We are.
Okay. For everything, it sounds like, or mainly nursing
I think for everything, you know, our focus has always been, and Kristen and I have worked together for a long time, so I know we have the same goals, but really to hire the right person and not just any person. So we really want to make sure that we have people that are like-minded and really want to put the resident at the center of the table.
So not just another warm body.
Not
really?
another warm body.
That was kind of a thing there for a while.
Unfortunately, I think that the pandemic has created that in a lot of different situations or a lot of different environments. Where
and Michelle, to that, I think what we did was we reacted. You know, when those of us who are hiring and so forth, we felt as if we just have to fill that position. You have to have a warm body in there. And what the pandemic has taught me is no. You know, this community will wait for the right person. They want great service. They want, you know, you obviously fulfill a different need than a marketing firm does, but you still have a need for employees, and you still have a need for individuals who are going to represent your brand well, take care of your, you know, clients and so forth. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. I got to thank my amazing sponsors. You know, without Elevate Fiber, without Alpine Bank, without the real estate store, and without River Valley Family Health Centers, we cannot bring this show to you guys each and every week. So thank you. Make sure you support them. We're going to be right back after this commercial break, and we might get some singing out of Kristen.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
And we are back. I am talking to Michelle and Kristen from Recover Care West, which is currently San Juan Healthcare.
San Juan Living Center.
San Juan Living Center. See, they've been correcting me all morning. We've been having some fun. Kristen, did you decide if you're going to sing, or are we still warming up?
Still warming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, Tanya, I'm never coming back on the show. You know, I don't care if you bring it to Durango or anywhere. But all right, we won't pick on you anymore. So what I do want to talk about is, with you being the director of nursing, there's lots of changes in vision and leadership. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in a whole team approach. We are all there for the residents, and everyone jumps in to do every job. And so really pushing for that that group effort with the residents, the whole IDT team, which means nursing, dietary, activities, that we all work together in everything that we do. It's everyone's job to do whatever it is a resident needs in that moment. So that has been, you know, I've worked in long-term care for 17 years, and that has been my passion and the way I have approached it. And so bringing that to San Juan, soon to be Elk Ridge, has been good.
And do you believe that everyone else in the facility is looking for that as well?
Yes.
That team approach is what they want?
Yeah, yeah.
And so when we look back on this year, you're going to transition in about 3 to 4 weeks possibly, right? Okay. So when you look back a year from now, how are you all going to define success here in Montrose?
I think by, you know, how the facility is functioning, the staff and the residents, that they're all happy, that we have, you know, just a team approach to everything. When you walk in, it feels like a home, the resident's home. Everyone's engaged. Everyone is smiling and content and happy with where they're at. So,
okay.
yeah.
Because it's just, a struggle. You get that person who's going through rehab and they're ready for to get their life back,
Right.
or some semblance of their life. And there are times it can be, grumpy. Like, Michelle, when you're sick, are you ever grumpy?
Never.
Never, right?
Just don't ask my family. So try to confirm that. It is hard, and people coming to stay with us, a lot of times they do have big losses in their life. Maybe they're coming to stay with us because their spouse passed away, or maybe they're coming to stay with us by choice. Maybe they want to live in the community, but there's still a loss associated with that, their house, their pets, all of their belongings, those types of things, or they're having changes physically. Maybe someone that's younger was in a car accident, maybe they're not walking anymore, things like that. And so I think hiring staff that's compassionate,
Good word, yes.
and empathetic and supportive for the residents, because we really have to help them through. It's not just a physical rehabilitation, it's all the things that go along with that, and it's so important to be able to look at the person holistically.
That is, you're so on point, because you can heal someone's physical ailment and help them get to that next point, but without the compassion and empathy that you were just speaking of, they may be physically fine, but mentally, they're just not ready and don't understand why they are in the environment that they're in. So you being the director of nursing and your director of operations, you become more than just an avenue to help rehabilitate them and to help walk them through life. You become their therapist, and your team becomes the group that helps get them back into society in whichever way that's going to look for them going forward.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's one
I
of
might
the
change careers.
come work for us. You can come be a volunteer. I think that's one of the biggest things with the pandemic, though, that's really come to light, especially for long-term care, is just those relationships and the staff. Because for most of the pandemic, our residents didn't have access to their families other than by phone or video
and
calls.
You guys weren't the only ones. I mean, that was happening all
everywhere.
over.
Yeah, and so that reliance on the staff to be that support and that connection for our residents was even bigger than normal. I think that's probably one of the biggest benefits of long-term care, is the ability to build these relationships. But again, it was just highlighted so much more with the pandemic and just the isolation that everyone was experiencing.
And can you still see that trickling down now? Do you see it in your residents' eyes? Or the ones that were disconnected from family for such a long period of time, and maybe during that time they experienced loss, or family members experienced loss of someone while they were in the in the living center? What's the ambiance like now? Are people getting back? Are they feeling normal?
I think people are feeling better. I think there's a lot of COVID fatigue, and it's not just in healthcare. Everyone is. We all thought, okay, the vaccine, that's kind of our light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not. And so, as we continue to move through every day with, changes in regulations, do this, do that. Oh no, don't do that anymore. It is exhausting. It's hard for the staff and for the residents to constantly be reminded, you have to wear a mask, you have to wear eye protection. But I think it's getting better, especially now that families are allowed back in, residents can go out into the community. I think it's getting more towards normal.
Good.
Whatever that's going to be in the future.
I know. I don't even know what that's going to be. And it's just the impact it will play on our lives to come. I mean, it'll take a decade or more before we truly, know what that is. All right. So Little Birdie told me that you guys like to party.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So when there comes a new branding and a new company, a new name, there's got to be some sort of grand opening or something that's going to be happening.
Absolutely.
All right. So first of all, am I invited?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. Drew, you're coming too, right? We got to get our producer out there. So what's the plan? What can the community look forward to?
I think we'll do it when it warms up, and we'll have a big celebration outdoors where,
Will there be a stage and you singing?
yes, I will start working on the show.
She won't do it on Montrose Matters, but she'll do it outside with the community.
Right.
If you go to our Facebook page, there is actually footage of Kristen and her husband singing. And they do very good. They've done it for the residents at the center. And they all really enjoy it.
Okay, I'm putting that link up as soon as the show is over. We will find that so we can watch it. Darn it, Drew, we should have had it in time.
Yep. So it'll be a celebration outdoors with the residents and community members and the families.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great.
And there will be music.
And there will be music. Well, I like a good party. What can we do for you? What can we do for Recover Care? We're so excited that Recover Care decided to come into Montrose, and that not only are they keeping the staff that they currently have with San Juan, because that didn't have to be, you know, that they're recruiting others. What is your biggest need right now?
I think continued community support for the facility, just recognizing the changes. If you know somebody that works in healthcare and wants to join a great team, send them Kristen's way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we are going to do everything we can, help you get the word out. I hope you ladies have an amazing Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for what you do for this community, personally and through Recover Care. And just thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome, guys. Let's make it a great weekend.